With weeds causing yield losses of up to 70% in European corn production, effectively controlling them is vital. From the perennial species Cirsium arvensi that usually infests the field in patches can cause full loss of corn yield in the infested spots if not controlled. What's more, the crop's acute sensitivity to competition in the first few weeks of life makes the most effective control ahead of planting crucial. So it's important this is done as efficiently as we can and in an integrated way to combine various methods, using the best herbicides with the greatest efficacy and environmental care. That's why our agronomists have been exploring how to use the latest technologies to more accurately target herbicide spraying. Working with leading researchers, digital technologists, and sprayer specialists in commercial farm trials, we have found it possible to achieve the high levels of pre-planting weed control essential in corn, using up to 70% less herbicide by targeting perennial species with herbicide application and annuals by mechanical means. We have done this by detecting weeds with drone-mounted cameras, generating accurate weed distribution maps, and using these maps with variable rate sprayers to only treat the perennial weeds themselves instead of the whole field, an approach we call smart spraying. Dr. Wojciech Lukas of the Department of Agrosystems and Bioclimatology at Faculty of Agronomy, Brno, in the Czech Republic, has scientifically accompanied our most recent trial work.
We have 4 experimental fields for trials, and 3 are located in Slovakia and 1 in Hungary, and they are focused on variable rate application of herbicides based on the drone imaging. In each experimental field we have 3 areas. First is with no spraying, the second one is variable rate application, and the third one is the full rate application of herbicide. Within the variable rate application, we try to identify the weed patches or weed plants within this imagery and to prepare the prescription maps for sprayers. That means the ground survey where the evaluator is coming to the field and looking for the weed species, the intensity of weed infestation, and also doing spectral measurement, which is later used for calibration of drone mapping. In this case, the preliminary results showed us that we are able to distinguish between the annual and perennial weeds. First step of this study was to do the drone mapping by multispectral camera. This technique allows us to identify the weed plants and distinguish these weed plants with the bare soil, and also that's the main reason that we are able to analyze the weed patches. This is the first step. The second step is to prepare the prescription maps for a sprayer machine. This is done in GIS. We are using the spectral analysis and classification of the multispectral images. And the last step was to apply herbicide based on the prescription maps, but also with the considering the no spraying areas and full rate areas within the field. On this map you can see an example of one experimental field where we have a application map for the sprayer. You can see with the red color, you can see the areas with no application, no spraying. And then the blue one, the blue patches are where we identified the weed patches, and then this was the background information for sprayer to apply a herbicide. And the green area, it shows you the full rate application. That means this is the traditional or conventional approach. The results from experimental fields showed us that we are able to save 60 to 70% of herbicide by using smart spraying technology in comparison to the conventional approach.
These trials show that smart spraying can give considerable savings in Roundup use compared to conventional widespread application, and do so while maintaining crop performance. Alongside these savings, of course, higher work rates thanks to less frequent tank filling mean extra operational flexibility. better targeted and more accurate herbicide application, with rates adjusted as precisely as possible to both weed type and location. In comparison to traditional farming, field is not taken as the homogeneous unit, and crop treatments are adapted according to the differences of crop stand. Main aim is an effective use of crop inputs and to stabilize increased soil productivity by following agro-environmental limits for the specific area. Importantly too, the technique ensures the greatest possible environmental as well as crop protection care, maintaining vital biodiversity alongside food production. In practice, smart spraying is simplicity itself. It involves flying a drone ahead of application, importing the detailed weed maps produced into the spray monitor, and using the variable application capability of modern sprayers to automatically treat each weed patch. Behind it, we employ advanced computer processing and machine learning to interpret the high-resolution drone imaging for the most accurate weed maps. To this, we add data from our extensive Roundup efficacy and safety trials to produce the best precision treatment prescriptions. These prescriptions are matched with the capabilities of today's sprayers to give the most accurate and effective patch treatment of each part of every field. In most cases, this currently involves variable application by sprayer boom section. As this capability, now available on most sprayers, evolves into the individual nozzle control systems of the most advanced systems, we see the economic, operational, and environmental benefits of smart spraying becoming even greater. Using the latest technologies with a reliable old friend means we can produce more food at less cost with the greatest environmental care. That's the value of smart spraying.